Hello everyone, welcome to the Beer Garden again. This week, along with Sarah, Steve, and Joe, we will be previewing this Wednesday's race card at the Happy Valley. There will be 8 races on Wednesday. But before talking about our best bet and the triple trio selections, let's talk about some HKIR review. Last Sunday, we saw 4 Group 1 races, including the Hong Kong Fast, Hong Kong Sprint, Hong Kong Mile, and Hong Kong Cup. Sarah, do you have any race that is the best to you?
Well, I was rooting really hard for Love's Only You. I was very excited for that and deservedly so for that horse. I'm so happy to see her go out on top. But what an unbelievable race. I mean, really all 4 of them, obviously with exception of the sprint, which was a very sad race, but they were incredible. It was an incredible competition.
Yes, definitely. Love's Only You score another winner at Charene. All of the Hong Kong racing fans are also very happy for her. And Steve, how about you? How's your Sunday?
Yes, as Sarah says, with the exception of the sprint, which was very sad indeed, it was good to see Love's Only You win on a sayonara, saying sayonara in style. And of course, Golden 60, a fantastic run by Golden 60, and Glory Vase winning the Vase once again. It did look promising at one moment when he was along the back stretch, had a lot of ground to make up. But then the 2 leaders kind of started racing each other, Stay Foolish and Reliable Team, and that kind of played into the hands of Glory Vase. He was able to come through with a run and wear down Pile Driver. And of course, Sky Field, he was unlucky in the National Day Group 2 behind Super Wealthy, so he got his reward today, but in sad circumstances.
Yeah, I also think that Golden 60 winning the Hong Kong Mile will be very memorable for Hong Kong racing fans because he scored a 19 win. And Joe, how about you? Do you think how do you think the HKIR on Sunday?
Well, it was good and bad. We played a 6-up ticket and made it all the way to the end and lost by a 50-1. So that was kind of a little. Yeah, but the rest of the races, like Golden 60, looked really good. I think what I heard on the broadcast was they want to try to probably bring him to Dubai. Maybe they want to ship him outside of Hong Kong to see how he does internationally. I don't think he needs to go, but other people say otherwise. And yeah, Glory Vase, that was a good race. Skyfield, with the circumstances that happened in the race, I was a big fan of Skyfield last season, and it was really great to see Blake Shin and him getting the win. And Love's Only You, that was an absolutely incredible race to go out and found a hole and was still able to go through. So yeah, it was a really, really exciting HKIR weekend.
Yeah, so we will have the 6-up again on this Wednesday at Happy Valley.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I know there's a jackpot for the triple trio and the 6-up, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, right. In Hong Kong, the Hong Kong punters can have a jackpot in both the triple trio and the 6-up. So now let's move on to talk about the triple trio. First leg will be race 4. It is a class 3 race over 1,000 meters. Sarah, which is your selection here?
I'm going to go with the 3 here, Brilliant Fortune. I think the biggest challenge for this horse is going to have the Decisive 12 breaking on the side of him. They both have strong speed. I think Decisive 12 is a little bit stronger coming out of the gate, but Brilliant Fortune, I just think he just has such great speed, and then coming into the stretch, he really just knows how to kick it into gear. He had a really tough last race out with We the South, but I really do think that seeing him in this field, I think he's going to perform very strong, and I think he's really learning how to switch up, when he needs to switch into gear, when that turn of foot needs to be made. And with Teton aboard, I think it's a great jockey to have on board. So I'm excited to see how Brilliant Fortune performs this time out.
Yeah, number 3, Brilliant Fortune, will be ridden by Karis Teton this time, and currently the price is 5.5. How about you, Steve? Do you like this horse as well?
Well, great minds think alike. I'm also going for Brilliant Fortune, number 3, drawn 6. He was a winner on debut in Australia, in Hawkesbury. Yet to win in 9 local starts in Hong Kong. But he's a nice horse. He was a good second last time to We the South over course and distance. Karis teaching up for the first time. And I think there'll be good pace on the inside with the likes of Fabulous 8, who was second last time in the IJC. and also Special M brought back to 1,000 metres for John Size and Joe Moreira. But hopefully we can have a winner with Brilliant Fortune. I think he's closing in on a win. He's a consistent horse, just needs a bit of luck, and hopefully he can be held up slightly to serve that burst at the end and pass the leaders and win.
Yeah, I think so. Number 3, Brilliant Fortune. On Wednesday, he is having quite a good chance to score his first winner in Hong Kong. And Joe, how about you? What is your selection in race 4?
I took a bit of an outsider. I took Wind Speeder, number 10. So this is going to be my value bet as well. He was first in Warwick Farm and then got second in Flemington in a stakes race, listed stakes race. And what we saw in the last race at Sha Tin last week, a 50-1 won, and he had a win in, I think, Sale, and he raced at Warrnambool. He has the same kind of forms as that horse too. I forget the name of the horse, but he's had a lot of bad runs until his last run at Happy Valley, which got 4th out of 9th, and he draws really, I would say, pretty good. He's drawn number 4, and I think with that form, he did have an improvement in the last race. I think I see another improvement in this race, and currently he's at big odds. He's 22-1 in the Hong Kong market. So I'm going to take a chance with going with the outsider Wind Speeder.
Yes, number 10, Wind Speeder will be ridden by Keith Yeung, same as last time out. Currently, the price is quite good, 23-1. And for me, my selection in this race will be Fabulous 8. He will be ridden by Alexis Vadel again this time. And last week, we saw this horse participated in the IJC, one of the legs of the IJC, also with Alexis Vadel on board. At that time, he already showed a really good one, but just a bit unlucky. And then this time, he will be racing in a class 3 race, so the weights he will be carrying very lighter than last time out, and also he will jump from gates 1, and I think that because last 3 starts were quite good for this horse, and I think that if he can keep his consistency jumping from gates 1 and a lighter weight on Wednesday will be a very big advantage for him. So I will go for number 9, Fabulous 8. So to sum up race 4, the first leg of the triple trio, Sara and Steve also like number 3, Brilliant Fortune. Joe has his value bet, which is number 10, Wind Speeder, and my selection is number 9, Fabulous 8. So move to the second leg of the triple trio, that is race 5. It is a class 4 race over 1,800 meters. Sara, what is your selection?
I like the 5 here, Red Impact. I know it's looking like he's the favorite right now, but really you watch his last 2 times out at Happy Valley. It seems like this horse was really maturing into a nice racehorse. He got second, but by tough beat. He really held on. The last race out on November 17th, you just see him how he trailed the field really, coming from second to last and then really kicking it into gear come the stretch and putting on a really good fight. It was really impressive, and I think it shows a lot for this 4-year-old of how this horse is developing and really turning into such a nice racehorse. So I just think, I don't feel like the barrier 3, I think is going to be just fine for this horse. He's really proven at this distance. And I think it's going to be time like he's going to get a good win here.
Yes, number 5, Red Impact will be jumping from gate 3. Actually, this horse has really strong turn of foot, and he will be ridden by Alexis Vadel on Wednesday. And Steve, what is your selection in race 5?
I'm going for Free Fall. He's number 6. He's drawn 1 after barriers this season of 10, 8 and 10. So he's been very unfortunate. He's had wide trips. He challenged wide last time as well. And he wasn't beaten far in the circumstances. And he's been quite generously dropped two pounds for that. Vincent Ho rides him for the first time. Interesting race. Sacred Ibis is an interesting horse. And also the Hanshin Handicap last month. 3 horses, Rio Pose, Red Impact, Nunchucks and Winning Volatility, 2nd, 4th and 6th. So I'm sure these 3 will have a hand in the finish. But for me, yes, I'm hoping that Free Fall can win on this 4th run of the season.
Yeah, definitely. Number 6, Free Fall, finally a good gate for him. Gate 1 this time, and he will be ridden by Vincent Holt. Currently, the price is 6.3. And Joe, what is your selection here?
I chose number 8, Winning Volatility. He was in a race with some of the runners that were already in it, like Methane, I believe, and also I think Nunchucks, where he had a win at Happy Valley on the 1800. He has had not so great runs after that. So this was at the end of the season, and now he's sort of getting into the groove now. I like that Joe stays on the mount where he won before. And I think that he'll be able to catch up to the speed at the end. And he was hitting the line hard really, really good in his last race, even though he didn't win. He was sixth. But I think that there was a little bit of trouble there. But I think I'm going to see another improvement again in this race, I think, with winning volatility. With Red Impact, I did look at that, and I just sometimes when I see too many seconds in a row, it kind of puts me off. So I went with winning volatility here.
For me too, will be same to Joe. Number 8, winning volatility will be my selection in race 5. Last time out, actually, it was quite unlucky because in the final 2 furlongs, he failed to have a clear one. But before last time out, he had a quite really good barrier trial. And I think that the fitness level for this horse is at the peak right now. And he will be ridden by Joe Moreira again. Jumping from gate 5, I believe he will be staying in a better position than last time out. Hopefully, he will be more active in the beginning, and the current price will be 6.6, so I will be giving him one more chance. So to sum up race 5, Sara likes number 5, Red Impact. Steve goes for number 6, Freefall. Joe and I will be keen on number 8, winning volatility. And then we move to the last leg of the triple trio, race 6, class 4 over 1200 meters. Sara, what is your pick here?
I'm going to take a shot here with the 2 Green Envy. I think you're going to get a pretty good price on him. He is dropping in distance. I do feel like his biggest challenge in this field is going to be Great Harvest. Great Harvest, just speed-wise, has incredible figures. But Green Envy, when I really was looking at this field, he just kind of stuck out the most to me. Coming in at this distance, I really think is going to benefit him the most, really. He's just, it's a bit of a challenge with this horse. He had a barrier run recently at Happy Valley. He's been mostly running at Charene this year and has gotten a win back in July. But kind of rewatching these races, it seems like this horse was really just trying to find his form, and maybe just taken him a little bit to mature into really figuring out how to be a racehorse. Which we've seen before. Some of these older horses take some time to mature, but I'm excited to see him compete in this field. I think barrier 2, at first I was like, ooh, it could be a challenge, but then I really watch how he gets out of the gate, and he has such great gate speed. And I think Chan's going to be a great jockey to have him on to really get him out of the gate. I know he kind of struggled earlier this year with coming out of the gate there, but I'm going to take him for a price. Like I said, I think my biggest fear is as Great Harvest in this race, but Green Envy really, really kind of, I don't know, just stuck with me. And I'm excited to see how this horse is going to take on this field at Happy Valley.
Number 2, Green Envy, will be ridden by Alfred Chan, and currently the price is not 18-1, quite a good price. Actually, we saw that in November, he had a really good barrier trial over Happy Valley. So this time moving to Happy Valley, I also think that he has quite a good chance. And Steve, how about you? Which is your selection here?
I went for Great Harvest, number 3. He's drawn 4, a very nice draw. And he's a really likeable type. He's consistent. He's won 3 from his last 6. And he returns from a 56-day break, but that's no issue because he's a horse that goes nice fresh. He returned from a 76-day absence when he won on his seasonal reappearance. There's lots of chances in there, as Sarah's alluded to. Green Envy has a good chance, of course. But Alexis Bedell keeps the ride on Great Harvest, so I'm hoping he can continue his very good form.
Yeah, number 3, Great Harvest. And Joe, will you be the same to Steve?
Yeah, I like a Great Harvest as well, because I was looking at some of the other horses, like Bebe Soy was going to be at my original pick, but then when I saw that his form isn't that great from the first 2 starts, but I know he's a young horse, and I know that it'll be a little bit different, but he does have Joe Moreira. That was originally my pick, and then also Happily Friends, but I think the inside post he's going to get a little swamped in. I don't think he's going to run on from there. If he was drawn a little bit more outside, I think that he would have had a better chance, probably my selection. But yeah, I really like Great Harvest because of his form. Recent form looks really good. Coming into the season, has a win in his debut. So I think that it will be really I think he's going to be tough to beat. I mean, there's a lot of great horses in this. It's kind of wide open than it looks.
Yeah, I will be same to Steve and Joe. I also like number 3, Grace Harvest. He will be ridden by Alexis Badel and jumping from gate 4 on Wednesday. Recently, he has quite a good barrier trial over Happy Valley. So I believe this time he has a quite a good chance to win again. Currently, let me check the price is 7.8, but I believe he will be having a shorter price tomorrow. So I will be keen on number 3, Grace Harvest as well. And to sum up race 6, Sara will have her best bet, value bet here, which is number 2, Green Envy. And then for Steve, Joe, and I will go for number 3, that is Grace Harvest. So after talking about the triple trio, the 3 legs, let's move on to our favorite section. That will be our best bet. And our best bet section will be powered by Racequant. So maybe Sara, which is your best bet powered by Racequant?
My best bet's going to be in race 8, the 8 Party Warrior. He's coming off of a really good win at the 1,200 meter distance at Happy Valley back on November 17th. Now he's upping in class, so he's going to get the weight break, which I think is really going to help him out here. Ho is aboard this time. He has ridden this horse before and has gotten a really good place back in September. I rewatched that race, and it was pretty interesting how the horse kind of clicked into gear. And Ho, I think Vincent Ho was really able to recognize this horse's strength and where on the field that he needs to make his moves. I just think you're going to get let's say he's not going to be the favorite. I think, what is he right now? He's not, he's at $7 right now. So it's going to be a decent price. And I think to me, he seemed one of the strongest in this field. So I'm going to see how this horse is going to perform now that he's jumping up to a class 3 race.
Yes, number 8, Party Warrior in race 8 will be ridden by Vincent Ho. Currently, the price is quite good, 7.1 in the Hong Kong market. Because this is the first time he's racing in a class 3, but I believe he is going to be more and more mature after several starts in Hong Kong. And Steve, what is your best bet powered by Racequant?
My best bet is back to race number 6, Great Harvest. 8 races tomorrow. I didn't see a real obvious best bet, but I think Great Harvest is a really consistent sort. 3 winners from his last 6, and he returned in a similar vein with a course and distance success. When he returned, 2 solid runs followed. He returns from a break, which is of no concern, and it's good to see Alexis Badel maintain the partnership. There's many others to consider. There's Falcon Turbo off top weight, Noah Ryder, Happily Friends has the real draw, and Spicy Grill, nice horse, he's holding his form well, and Strive for Glory, an interesting horse. He started life off at 78. He's now down to a mark of 46. And incredible, his mark continues to plummet and plummet. But he's not a forlorn hope. There's still some ability there. I just think in this instance, he's got a double-digit draw, and that might count against him. But he's one to keep on the right side of, Strive for Glory. But hopefully, and of course, Captain Long, an interesting debutant. But for me, Great Harvest hopefully can win and justify my best bet.
Yes, I think so. Before we just discussed race 6 in the previous session. I also like number 3, Great Harvest. Currently, the price is 7.6, but I believe he will have a shorter price tomorrow. And then, Joe, what is your best bet powered by Racequant?
My best bet's going to be in race 3, which is a class 4 race, and I chose Shadowbreaker. This race has a lot of pace with Speed Feifei, along with another runner, Mana from Heaven, is probably going to be up there too. And Viva Popcorn, I know, is a back marker, so he's going to probably close with Shadowbreaker. But I think Shadowbreaker, his last 2 runs are really good, and the value is there, I think, for a best bet, and that's about let's see, 8.7. So I think that with that pace in the races, he's going to have something to run at. He needs something to run at, and with Viva Popcorn probably right next to him, he did have 2 bad draws in the last 2 races. They were both outside, but he managed to get a second and a first, and he's drawn 9 again. So I think he could do it. And at 1650, he doesn't really need the good barrier draw. So I'm going to go with Shadowbreaker as my best bet in race number 3.
Yes, in race 3, number 5, Shadow Breaker will be ridden by Keith Young again, and currently the price is 8.7. And for my best bet powered by Racequant will be in race 2, number 7, Fortune Triple is my best bet. He will be ridden by Alexis Badel. This horse is trained by Misha, and then we saw that last time out when he the first time climbing up over this distance, he delivered quite a good performance comparing with the other distance shot before, and I believe that Fortune Triple will be a good stayer. So after a month, finally one more that is this distance or in a class 3 race. So Misha put this horse in this race again, and I think that Alexis Badel riding some long distance is quite good performance in Hong Kong. So I hope that race 2, number 7, Fortune Triple will have his first winner in Hong Kong on Wednesday. Currently the price is 9.4. So to sum up our best bets powered by Racequant, Sara's best bet will be in race 8, number 8, Party Warrior. Steve's best bet will be in race 6, number 3, Great Harvest. Joe's best bet is in race 3, number 5, Shadow Breaker. And my best bet is in race 2, number 7, Fortune Triple. So now let's talk about our value bet. Sara, what is your value bet?
My value bet is Green Envy. I mean, right now, like you had mentioned, he's $18, which is really great. I'm just thinking now that they're putting him back at Happy Valley, he's going to take better. He hasn't ran at Happy Valley since the end of last year, really. And he did, like you had mentioned, he had a great trial run recently at Happy Valley. So I'm thinking with that transition back, I think maybe the tighter turns of the track are going to really favor this horse. And I do like now that they're going to try running him at the 1,200 meter distance, where prior he was running a lot of 1,400 meter races this year. So I'm thinking this drop in distance is really going to favor this horse.
Yes, right. Race 6, number 2, Green Envy. He will be jumping from gate 2 on Wednesday. This is quite a good gate for him, so I'm quite looking forward to this horse. And then, Steve, what is your value bet?
Race 3 I'm going to, and it's Manna from Heaven, number 9. He's drawn 7. He's a dual course and distance winner, and he's just 3 pounds above his last winning mark. Regular rider Matthew Chadwick is on board. He was on board for one of his 2 wins. And it's amazing to think his last win was a short head defeat of Fafa, who has then gone on to be unbeaten and is now off a mark of 88. But for me, yes, Manna from Heaven. Hopefully he can be a good each way bet, a value bet in race number 3.
Yes, I think so. Race 3, number 9, Manna from Heaven will be ridden by Matthew Chadwick again. Currently, the price is 8.1, and I think that he will be having quite a good performance on Wednesday. And Joe, what is your value bet?
My value bet is in race number 4, and that is Wind Speeder, horse number 10. I didn't mention this before, that they were trying him at all these other distances, but when he got his 4th, when he hit the line really hard at the 1,000, they stuck with him at the 1,000. And plus he has the barrier draw 4, which is going to be good. I think that Wind Speeder does have a lot of great value with 22 to 1, especially coming from Victoria. A lot of these horses from Victoria that seem to, we saw it in the last race, the 50 to 1, that one at Happy Valley. He was also from Victoria. So I think that the Victoria form in Hong Kong is probably better than I've seen with Sydney or a horse coming from the UK, just from winning right off the bat. So I think that now that he's had all these runs, I think he's getting a better fitness, a better chance to win this race here.
Yes, race 4, number 10, Wind Speeder. And currently we saw that this horse is becoming more and more mature. And then maybe he is also quite competitive as the current rating. $22 currently quite an attractive price. And then for me, my value bet will be in the opener, race 1, number 9, Lucky Marinot. Last time out, we saw that she was racing over the 1,400 meters at Charene, and then she was weakened in the final furlong. So this time moving back to 6th furlong will be quite a good decision. And I believe that she will be consistently showing some good speed to overcome gate 9. And I believe Lucky Marilot will be the leader in the opener. And ridden by Ruan Meyer again, he knows the horse very, very much. So I believe that this horse can go back to the winner's circle on Wednesday. Currently, the price is 9.2. So my best bet, value bet will be in first race 1, number 9, Lucky Marilot. So thank you for your time today for watching. watching, and also wishing all the best to on Wednesday at Happy Valley. See you next time. Bye bye.